What's up everyone, it's V-Sips. Welcome to the channel. We got a brand new video and I'm back to making consistent gaming video content here on the V-Sips channel going forward every Tuesday and Thursday. So I hope you guys are excited for the consistent content going forward and all kinds of gaming content like today's news that we're going to go over about Dragalia Lost, and we have much more content that we cover on the channel, from Atlas to Nintendo to Square Enix, and more games that I'm interested in and many of you are too. So if any of that does interest you and you're new here at the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and smashing that like button to join our community and to see all the constant content that we'll have to provide for you weekly. So without further ado, let's get into this news about Dragalia Lost. It's a Nintendo IP that's been exclusive to mobile devices for a little while now, a few years now, and there's actually some official news coming from the Twitter page a little earlier in the night, and let's just say things went down. After the main campaign for Dragalia Lost will end, service for the game itself will also end at a later date, and in the message link below will have more info on that. Now, when it comes to Dragalia Lost for me, and I'm not even crazy for mobile games. I only have enjoyed a few mobile games, and Dragalia Lost is one of them, along with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and Genshin Impact. But I play Genshin Impact on PC, but that's besides the point. They give us a message here saying thanks for everyone who played Dragalia Lost, and it's to inform players about the future of the game and that the main campaign will reach its conclusion in July of 2022 with part 2 of chapter 26, which is the final and climactic addition to its long-running story, and after the main campaign concludes, service for the game itself will come to a close at a later date. And the final set of new adventures is added for a summon showcase at the end of March on the 31st of 2022. What I want to say real quick is Dragalia Lost is one of those types of mobile games where, unlike other gacha games, like let's say the Fire Emblem gacha game that literally is very crazy with the gacha mechanics, at least with Dragalia Lost, it wasn't so predatory. It gave a lot of incentive for you to keep coming back to the game, and it was a lot of free pulls too, tons of free pulls in this game. And there was a lot of great collaborations that Dragalia Lost has had. Dragalia Lost has had collaborations with Capcom, with the Megaman series in game. They had a collaboration with Atlas, with Persona 5. They had Joker in the game, and Dragalia Lost, I feel, is an IP from Nintendo that I feel shouldn't have been restricted on mobile devices. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because on Switch, there are games that are also on mobile and on consoles. Like, one of my favorite games on the Switch is a mobile game. It's called Grindstone, a really awesome puzzle game. It's really fun, but I found out it's also on mobile. Another great game, I mentioned it earlier, Genshin Impact. It's a lot of fun. I play on PC. I don't even play it on mobile, but there's people who do play Genshin Impact on mobile. I literally went on a flight last year and someone in the seat right next to me, while I was playing my Switch, they were playing Genshin Impact on their phone. So people do play mobile games. It's a popular thing. If anyone has been living under a rock. And I know me personally, as I mentioned, I've never been a big connoisseur of the mobile games, but Dragalia Lost is one of the few that I actually enjoyed to play. And I personally think this is a real loss, because there isn't any other form of game that you could play from the Dragalia Lost franchise, I guess you could say. There isn't anything on the Switch that you could play. Like, there wasn't like a port of Dragalia Lost on Switch where people could play. And that's kind of really disappointing, honestly. I feel like Dragalia Lost had many opportunities between Nintendo and Cygames, the people who make Dragalia Lost. They've had opportunities to possibly have this game on Switch, or even some other kinds of successors in this potential franchise could have been possible. And I really feel like Dragalia Lost was successful enough, and it currently is successful enough, that it really still has an opportunity to maybe have a new game come to Switch. That's what I'm expecting for the future of Dragalia Lost after they finish the main campaign that's been scheduled, as well as everything after the fact for the services for this game as a whole, I think it's very possible that we will get some form of a Dragalia Lost game on Switch. Even before Sora was announced in Super Smash Bros. Last year, there was people who were speculating that the final character could have been a Nintendo rep from an exclusive game that has been performing and has been acknowledged pretty well, Dragalia Lost. And honestly, when I first heard those speculations and rumors around that time, I was of course hoping for Sora, but not expecting it. But the thought of having a Dragalia Lost character wasn't like something that I was like, oh, that's a bad idea, that's a stupid... I wasn't like that at all. I thought if it were to happen, it wouldn't be a bad idea conceptually, especially with how successful Dragalia Lost has been. However, people I've seen on Twitter have been saying, oh, people are only caring about Dragalia Lost just because it's getting out of service. Maybe you should have supported it more. No, the game's been around for a pretty long time already. And honestly, the people who are acting out like that, they need to chill. Maybe they should have played the game at some point before they can make an opinion like that. But I digress. Overall, with this news, I think it's good that they at least have confirmation and clarification of July being when they will officially end support for the main after the main campaign after that. And overall, I think it's possible that maybe we'll get some form of Dragalia Lost content, whether it's a new game or whether it's maybe a port of this to consoles, like to Switch. There's some sort of way that I feel Dragalia Lost won't be a loss. It won't be a game lost to time because it's inaccessible and unplayable even in an offline mode state. I feel like Nintendo sees the value in this IP, and I definitely think some point there may be potential for a sequel of some kind on Switch. And with how successful the Switch is, the fact that Dragalia Lost isn't even on Switch yet is kind of blasphemous. I feel like if it was on Switch right now, or if there was a Dragalia Lost game to come to Switch anytime soon, I think it would do pretty well. I think it would perform pretty well, honestly. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below, as well as if you enjoyed hearing my thoughts about this news about Dragalia Lost. Let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel to never miss a single update on any of the content and videos I provide on Nintendo, Atlas, Square Enix, and more video game news and interests and other kinds of stuff that I'm interested in provided for you. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. The click is in the building, and I hope to see you all for my next video, which, as I mentioned in the beginning, for my new content schedule for the It's V Subs channel going forward, videos will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hope you guys are excited for all that to come and more. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.